Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha Kodash. A double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to your Akim that's out there doing the work of truth and sincerity. So, in light of what's going on in Wuhan, now you have these draconian measures being in place where it's pretty much a media blackout. I noticed, I seen a video a few days back where someone was getting shot because they didn't have a mask on, you know? And so, that just sparked a lesson, a real quick lesson, man. What are we learning from watching this pandemic take place? What can we learn from it, First and foremost, we learned that, you know, well, we already know without even drawing a conclusion, because we know the truth that the Most High is a plague in this earth because of these prideful nations. The Lord is coming back to visit all nations. His indignation and wrath is upon all nations, and we're starting to see it, become more prevalent. Now, another thing we understand from this is that the government ain't gonna help you. They're gonna continue to lie to you, to keep you in the dark, to avoid mass hysteria, a mass panic. They're gonna continue to bread circuses. You know, also people are going to be unawares to what's going on. And you already know the scripture says she'll come as a thief. But I was gonna say I don't want to keep going on this, but this, is for sure a hot topic, and it's part of the prophecy, right along with the Brexit. You got Britain exiting the EU, which a lot of other states are gonna follow suit. And of course, the Lord is breaking up Esau's structure. And you got the digital currency coming, which is slack. It's already here, but that mandatory chip is coming, and this coronavirus, right with other things, is going to spawn it, and in its fullness, But Salaki only had two precepts, man. Lord willing, is edifying, and is the lesson is to say, what are we learning from, what's going on and what's taking place. We see these things happening, but what are we learning from it? As far as the scriptures go, So it's the second Ezra 8:50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And that's one of what they call the seven deadly sins. The Lord hate pride, man. He hate the proud, okay? And in the earth, the world is proud, because they exalt, folly over the Most High, and do not care to reverence Him. They do not know Him, in fact. And that's why we're here, to make known who the Most High Yahweh is before He comes, because that's how the Lord works. He'll warn you first, and then when He comes, well, by then it's too late, So I'll continue. It says, "But understand now for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee." Now, the scriptures say in Ecclesiastes 12:1, "Remember that I created in the days of thy youth, while the evil days draw nigh." And it's important to be grounded and rooted, and get this knowledge as much as possible. Mainly working on self, drawing ourselves from this world more and more, becoming more mortified, or spiritually cut off, or cutting off our members, so to speak, figuratively, so we won't indulge in the things that this world got going on, because the people of this world gonna be judged, all right, and caught unawares because what they're heavily indulged. And we speaking more so of our people. You know, the heathen. Nobody can deliver them out of the hands of the Lord. You know, as the scriptures talk about, you can't deliver them out of the hand of the Lord. Who can deliver out of his hand, as the scriptures say? No one. You know, and who is gonna, you know, who is going, Wisdom of Solomon 12:12. You know, who's gonna judge the Most High for the wicked nations that perish? No one. All right. And so these things that's taking place, they're warranted, and they're gonna, they're gonna continue to spiral, you know, out of control, which the Most High has all the control. All right. So, Salaki. All right. So I'm gonna read it again. It says, "But understand thou for thyself, all right, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee," right? Because I wanted to make mention in verse 50, you know, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, right, man? Because if you're proud and haughty in this time, and not spiritual and not meek and humble, the Lord's going to destroy you, man. You're in the direct line of fire, so to speak, as they say, you know. And we don't want to be in a direct line of fire, you know. Flee the midst of Babylon, you know. There's many scriptures that, you know, remind you of what you're supposed to be doing, you know. And, you know, we don't want to take on that image of the world, you know, because we know, you know, the love of the world is hatred with the Most High, is enmity with the Most High, you know, it's the main thing he hates. So things like this, the coronavirus, other things that's taking place, which is beautiful through the Spirit, you know, you know, these things, man, is definitely warning us, because these things are said aforetime. But Salaki, it says, "For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted." All right. So the more things spiral out of control, the closer we get to our salvation. All right. And there's many great miseries that should be done in the earth, as the scriptures say. You know, the time to come is prepared. Plenty. All right. So like I kind of got cut off, but back in verses 52. It says, "For unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted." All right. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. All right. And see, this is the main thing that we have to understand, because the scriptures talk about, think not upon how the wicked is going to be destroyed, but think upon how the righteous shall be saved. You know. And so, just, you know, just looking at everything that's going on in the world right now, it just, you know, it brings you to that reality. You know, it opens up our understanding to the times that we live in and how severe they are, but also, you know, how imminent our salvation is, how close our salvation is, you know. And for the most part, you know, reality is going to continue to set in, you know, as things become more daunting, as things become more dire, you know. The more we see the treachery, you know, the Lord's indignation on the earth, you know, the more Esau is going to rouse up. He's going to, you know, set in place his own draconian laws, you know, as far as this truth is concerned, as far as, you know, these different religions also, you know, because they have the Megiddo list, or the Project Megiddo, you know, where you believe in the second coming of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, then you're a domestic terrorist. And of course, you know, they're pushing that narrative already. They already have it set in place. And that's fine, because it's according to prophecy. And so you can't learn how to be, I mean, we have to learn how not to be frustrated and angry, and understand the will of the Lord over everything, you know. It's just saying, you know, every man, no man is your enemy, but every man is your teacher, and that's a higher level of understanding, as far as how this world works. You got to understand, that everybody is under, control of Yahweh Shem Shai, and people are going to be judged accordingly to how the Lord sees fit, so we understand that. All right. We just hope the Lord have mercy on us and deliver us, man. It says plenty of instruments is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed, because our rest is not here. Our rest is not here in Babylon. As Micah 2 and 10 clearly tells you, man, this is not our rest. In fact, let me go ahead and get that real quick. Micah 2 and 10. Let me read this real quick since I got it. Ezekiel 12 and 26. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesied of the time that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord, power, Yahweh power, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord. So, the scriptures talk about every vision shall be brought. Okay, let's get that Micah 2 and 10. So everything that the Lord has said, he's going to bring it to pass. And you better believe it. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. All right. And that's this society that we live in. It's polluted. It's polluted with man's blood. It's polluted with perverseness, immorality. Everything opposite the Lord's word. And so, for the most part, we already know what this society is about. But everybody else walks in darkness. They think that this society is, is good. And what the scriptures say about them, that, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. It's a lot easier to do evil, so that's why most of the majority of people in the world, especially mainly you Israelites, you Jakes, man, y'all prone to it, scriptures say they are wise to do evil, but to do good they know not, and to hell with the nations, man. They always been bugged out, always been detestable, always been, abominable, and they're going to continue to do so. All right. They're not even going to call to mind the plagues and the scourges. They're not even going to call God to mind. Now some may, they say this is a reckoning from the Most High, but, for the most part, nobody is really taking heed, and with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakadash, a double honor.